Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine and ready to go for the next questions of exercise 6.3. Dear students, I request you all again to carry your textbook with you because the font of this textbook or this printout that I have got is not much helpful. Okay, let us go to question number 4. Question number 4, for that question number 4, they have given us exercise figure 6.42. In that figure 6.42, the condition is such that PQ and RS is basically a straight line going in this fashion, and then PQ starts somewhere from here and comes up to here somewhere, so it goes in this fashion. So they tell PQ and RS intersect at point T. So this is basically PQ, and then we have this as RS. RP is connected and SQ2 is connected, and they intersect at point T. Okay, such that angle PRT is equal to 40 degrees. So this is 40 degrees. This is question number 4. PRT is 40 degree. Angle RPT is equal to 95 degrees. Angle TSQ is equal to 75 degrees. Angle SQT we have to find. So this question is again very easy. See, these all questions are puzzle type questions. Here, let us see what all things they have given. First of all, in given we will have angle PRT is equal to 40 degrees. Angle RPT is equal to 95 degrees. Angle TSQ is equal to 75 degrees. And then we have to find, of course we should write to find angle SQT. So now my dear students, if you'll notice this figure, I'll better take one more paper, but you should always solve these. Okay, I'll try solving it over here, making a diagram over it, because here you also should try to solve. In pencil, you should try to solve diagrams, draw diagrams over here. So here our solution starts. Now first we have to understand the diagram. See, the diagram is somewhat of this fashion. So we have got P, R, S, Q, T. They have given this as 95 degree, this is as 40 degree, this is as 75 degrees, okay? And they are asking us to find this. See, if supposing we have to find this angle Q, for that I should know the angles of this triangle TQS. I will be able to apply angle sum property of a triangle in triangle TSQ. But then I will require to know angle S and angle T of this triangle. This interior angle, angle T and angle S I should know. Only then I will be able to find angle Q. Of this, I know angle S, but I want to find angle T. So now my focus shifts from angle Q to angle T, because only when I know angle T, I will be able to calculate angle Q using angle sum property in this triangle TSQ. To get T, now T, if I move towards T, so I know that T is vertically opposite angle to this, and then they will be congruent over here. So T, the interior angle of triangle TSQ, is exactly equal to the interior angle of triangle PRT, which is basically angle STQ is actually congruent to angle PTR. So now my focus moves over here. See, from here my focus moved over here, from here it is moved over here. And here I can definitely calculate this angle PTR by using some angle property of this triangle. Now here you have to beware, my students. You can't use exterior angle theorem over here, because angle STQ is not an exterior angle of triangle PTR. ST is an extended side and TQ also is an extended side. So angle STQ is not a exterior angle. Of course, angle PTS is, definitely angle PTS is. If you all have understood, some people may understand it in this way, that I will find angle PTS by exterior angle theorem. At that time, definitely this will be equal to 95 degree plus 40 degree, sum of the remote interior angles. Angle PTS will be equal to angle TPR plus angle TRP, that is 95 plus 45. That will be 135 degree, you will get this. Then using angles in linear pair over here, you can still find angle STQ. Sorry. See, finding STQ you can do in two ways, as I have showed you now. Use exterior angle over here and then angles in linear pair over here. Or use angle sum property over here and then vertically opposite angles over here. You can do it in any way. Okay. And then angle sum property over here. Are you getting? So to move first, what am I going to do? I am going in triangle PRT. I am going to use angle sum property. So here, now I will state over here, finding angle PTR. Finding angle PTR by angle sum property. This is your first heading. Always write heading, it really works wonder. So here, address in triangle PTR by angle sum property, we get, what do we get? Angle PTR plus angle TRP plus angle RPT is equal to 180 degree. Fine. Now, which angles do I know? Substitution. Angle PTR I don't know. So angle PTR, angle TRP I know, 40 degrees. RPT I know, 95 degrees, is equal to 180 degree. This is substitution. So I get angle PTR is equal to 180 degree. This I am going to add and shift over here, it will become minus. 95 plus 40 will give me 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 135 degrees. So I get angle PTR. I subtract this 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 45 degrees. Okay, this is going to be 45 degrees. So this angle PTR is now 45 degrees. Now this is very easy, you don't have to actually state this, because vertically opposite angles, angle STQ is congruent to angle PTR. Okay, now angle STQ is congruent to angle PTR. Reason is vertically opposite angles. So angle STQ is equal to 45 degrees. So this you have got. Fine. You have got STQ now. Now you are ready to use angle sum property in this triangle. Finding angle SQT. Again you will write over here. Finding angle SQT by angle sum property. What do you get over here? Again you will write in triangle SQT by angle sum property. What do we get? Angle SQT plus angle QTS plus angle TSQ is equal to 180 degree. Nice. Now angle SQT, we don't know, we have to calculate this, plus angle QTS or STQ, both are same, 45 degree, plus angle TSQ is 75 degree is equal to 180 degree. So you get angle SQT. I add these both and shift on the other side. 75, 120 degree. So I get angle SQT is equal to 60 degrees. This is what I get. Okay, my dear students. See, there is one more shorter method to do this question, my dear students. See, that's what you should actually, I told you, this is a puzzle game. Once you know all the properties, you should be able to apply them in different methods. See, when I'll just go through this. You can try doing that way. It's really interesting to do it in that way also. I told you a number of times that exterior angle theorem is really very useful theorem. See, this is given to us, this is 95 degree, and also this is given to us, this is 75 degree. Now this part I will try to do in short. See, my dear students, we have to calculate this, right? If you consider this exterior angle, this is an exterior angle for this triangle, where the remote interior angles are these two. So we can apply exterior angle over here in this triangle, we can apply exterior angle and find this. Because we know that this is going to be equal to 95 degree plus 40 degree. Angle TPR plus angle TRP is going to be angle PTS by exterior angle theorem. So you will get angle PTS is equal to 95 plus 40 is equal to 135 degree. You will get this. Fine. Once you get this, now you have got this 135 degree. So now you will see this same exterior angle is also an exterior angle over here for this triangle. Like this. This is an extended side. PT is an extended side, TS is the side of a triangle. Now, for this exterior angle, these two are remote interior angles. So what you will get over here is angle PTS is equal to angle TSQ plus angle TQS. This you will get. Okay. Now you know this PTS. PTS is equal to 135 degree. TSQ is 75 degrees plus angle TQS. So this goes and subtracts on the other side. And you get this as 5 minus 5, 0, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 60 degrees again. And this is faster way. Means you have to use exterior angle theorem over here, and again you have to use exterior angle theorem over here. That's all. Two exterior angle theorems and you are getting the answer. Okay, my dear students. So you can try solving in that way also. Any way you solve it is right. Okay. Now we go to the next question. That is question number 5. In question number 5, what they have given is this PQ is perpendicular to PS and PQ is parallel to SR. This is PQ, which is parallel to SR. Now this I have done something else. Okay. And they have given this is perpendicular. Fine. Now this is connected over here and this is connected over here, somewhat like that. This is PQ SR this is T, this is 65 degrees, this is 28 degrees, this is your Y, this is your X, this is perpendicular. Okay, my dear students, so say now in given you will have everything. In given PQ is parallel to SR or ST, one and the same. PS is perpendicular to S PQ. PS is perpendicular to PQ, one and the same. And then we get what? Of course, everything else also is the angle SQR is equal to 28 degrees. Angle QRT is equal to 65 degrees. Find X and Y. See, again I do the same thing. First we will like to do the research work. We will first like to understand the figure. Always have the habit of drawing these tiny figures at the one side of your solution. The more command you have over figures, the more command you will have over your problems. This is your X, this is your Y. So now if you will see basically this is 28 degrees over here. See, my dear students, what will happen now? Apply your brains. See here, 90 degrees there, this is Y and this is X. If I go to triangle PQS, I will require to find X first or Y first, anything first. I can do one thing now. See here, because PQ is parallel to SR or ST, PQ parallel to ST, then QR if I take as a transversal, I'll get angle PQR is congruent to angle QRT. So this angle as a whole, PQR, will become how much? This is congruent 65 degree, so this also will become 65 degree. And now I will have to use adjacent property, adjacent angle property over here, angle PQS plus angle SQR, है ना? Angle PQS plus angle SQR is equal to PQR, this full angle. Okay, see. So here first I will tell finding angle PQR. Solution is started. Finding angle PQR. And this is not by any property. You are going to use property of parallel lines or alternate interior angles theorem. So here PQ is parallel to SR. That is PQ is parallel to ST. Reason S dash R dash T. Remember, this means that S, R, T are in the same line. Remember, it only means this much. S, R, T are in the same line. Nothing other than that. Nothing other than that. That they are just in the same line. There is no other relation among them. So, PQ is parallel to ST now. PQ parallel to ST and QR as transversal. You should always write this. What will get? Angle PQR? Angle PQR will be congruent to angle QRT. Angle QRT. Reason is alternate interior angles. Okay, so you will get over here angle PQR is equal to 65 degrees. Fine. So you have got this now angle. Now from there you will have to turn. Now finding what? See here, you are going to deal with what? Angle PQR. You are going to deal with angle PQR, I need something to write. I should keep rough pages close. So you are going, when you come over here, you are going to do to angle PQR is equal to angle PQS, and angle SQR. These three angles you are going to deal now. See, we have left over here. Now we are coming over here, adjacent angles. Angle PQR is equal to angle PQS plus angle SQR. Try to trace this. And when we deal over here in these three angles, do we know angle PQR? Yes, angle PQR is equal to 65 degree. I know this. Do I know angle PQS? No, I don't know this. This is basically X. And angle SQR is given to me 28 degrees. So I will be able to find angle PQS, that is X. So I can tell you over here, finding angle PQS equal to X by adjacent angles property. Fine, so this we will do over here. So I'll get equation of that is angle PQR, complete angle PQR is going to be equal to angle PQS plus angle SQR. Angle PQS plus angle SQR. Okay, so this is the adjacent angle. Once you have written over there, adjacent angle property, you can write again over here if you want, because adjacent angles property. Fine. So you get, now you have to do substitution. Substitution angle PQR, do we know angle PQR? Yes, 65 degree. I found it from here. 65 degree. Angle PQS X, angle SQR is 28 degrees. Substitution. So X is equal to 65 degrees minus 28 degrees. Therefore, X is equal to 28, 38, 48, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. That is 37 degrees. 37 degrees. Fine. So, 37 degrees I got. X is equal to 37 degrees. So, this is what I have got. X is equal to 37 degrees. Now, once I have got X, now it is quite easy. I'll use some angle property in triangle PSQ. Finding Y by some angle property in triangle. Finding Y by angle some property, some angle property. So, in triangle PSQ by some angle property, angle some property, one and the same. We get, fine, what do we get? Angle PSQ plus angle SQP plus angle QPS is equal to 180 degrees. Now substitution, do I know angle PSQ? It is Y. Angle SQP is X and that is 37 degrees. QPS is equal to 90 degrees given is equal to 180 degree. So what do you get? Y is equal to 180 degree. I told you this. I am going to add and shift on the other side. 90, 100, 110, 127. 127 degrees. So Y is going to 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 78, 79, 80. That will be 53 degrees. Okay, this way we get X and Y both. Okay, my dear students, I hope you all have understood this. Very interesting questions they are. And now even more interesting question is the sixth one. Sixth question. Here what they have done is, my dear students, this is really very interesting question. There is a triangle. It should have been small. I've taken big. I don't know. I hope I go the right way. See, this is triangle PQR. They have told that in triangle PQR, they have extended PQR, QR they have extended to S. Now what happens, they have taken one angle bisector from here. Of course that will go a big way, and then they have taken an angle bisector of this. Oh, ये तो होना ही था. This is T. Fine. This is angle bisector. Means you understand now, I hope. We have done this in the previous lecture. This means that angle PQT is exactly equal to angle TQR, or I can say they are half of angle PQT, or angle TQR is half of angle PQR. Please, my dear students, angle bisector property is a very, very important property. You should master this property because it helps a lot. Now see over here. Of course, they have given a lot of things. In given I have QT bisects angle PQS, RT bisects angle PRS. This is given. And then to prove angle QTR is exactly equal to half of angle QPR. This is a slightly important one because usually the technique with which we solve, this is not going to follow that. But one thing is there, my dear students. One thing is there that you have to realize one thing. What is that? What was that? Okay, fine. This is really a nice one. See, dear students, there are two triangles. Fine, this is, I'll have to draw two diagrams for you to understand this in a better way. So this is your P, Q, R. This is really a diagram which actually speaking is not following much of a rule. इसके लिए थोड़ा knack चाहिए. You have to set your eyes. Only then you will be able to visualize this. See what happens, my dear students. This angle PRS, one time this angle PRS is an exterior angle of triangle PQR. Can you make out this? I hope now you can definitely make out. See, when this is the condition, here I've started my solution. It becomes so easy once you have understood this. My dear students, sometimes it happens that you have to set your eyes. That's the only thing. See here, in triangle PQR by exterior, I love this theorem like anything, angle theorem. I hope now at least you must have understood this. If I trace this, by now I think you should be able to realize that what is the equation. See, my dear students, before I go forward, one thing I'll let you know. Why did I think of this? See, I am going to deal with angle QTR and angle QPR. QTR is over here and QPR is over here. See, whenever you are going to deal with this type of angles, when you know that angle QTR is going to be dealt with, you should be able to see that is angle QTR going to be fitted in any of the properties that you know. Can it fit into angles in linear pair? Can it fit into adjacent angles theorem? Can it fit into some angle property of a triangle? Can it fit into any such type of theorems? So when I had a closer look, angle QTR, see, similarly if I consider this triangle, angle QTR can be fit into exterior angle of this triangle. See, here angle TRS will be equal to angle RTQ plus angle RQT. Are you right? So I am dealing with this angle here. If this is fit over here, this is going to be fitting in this exterior angle theorem, equation of exterior angle theorem. From that equation of exterior angle theorem, I will get expression for this angle. You should try to get expression for this angle. Can I get an expression for angle QTR? To get an expression for angle QTR, you should know that can angle QTR fit into any of the theorems. So you can see angle QTR cannot fit into parallel lines. There are no parallel lines over here. So there is no question of fitting into corresponding angles, alternate angles, interior angles, nothing of that sort. So here again angles in linear pair, no question. Of course, some angle property of a triangle it can fit. But I'll always, when it comes to a some angle property of a triangle, I always give an upper hand to exterior angle theorems and it is fitting so well over there. Similarly, the second one is angle QPR. See, that is also sitting so nicely. Both are basically exterior angles. This is what you should be able to trace out. My first look was angle QTR. Can I frame an equation for angle QTR? And then I searched over there. And then I found that angle QTR is the part of the equation of exterior angle theorem in angle of triangle QTR. That's all. So, but now I am taking this, and similarly is this. Same is true with this. Both are behaving as a part of the equation of exterior angle in their triangles. So PQR is in triangle PQR, angle PQR is in triangle, angle QPR is in triangle PQR. So in triangle PQR, by exterior angle theorem, I will get what? Angle PRS is equal to angle RPQ plus angle RQP. Always remember, travel in this fashion. You will never get trapped. Angle RQP. Sorry. But then what do we want? We want angle RPQ. We want this. Therefore, angle RPQ. What will be angle RPQ? I will have to shift it over here. Angle PRS minus angle RQP. It's really very disturbing. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. So here angle RPQ is equal to, this will be showing over here, and then what I will do is I shifted angle RQP over here. So what I get, I'll just write it again because it is become so dirty. This RQP I shifted over here. So this is an expression that I have got for angle RPQ or angle PQR, whatever it is, angle QPR. Okay, so this is what, if you want, angle QPR is equal to angle minus angle, this will be first, just to not have any confusion. Okay, similarly what I will do, I will get it over here. So in triangle QTR, again I will tell by exterior angle theorem, what do I get? Exterior angle is angle TRS. Angle TRS is going to be equal to angle RT. Remember, from this junction, TRS, RTQ plus angle RQT. And here what do I want? I want T. So angle QTR, just I am writing in the proper order. This will go over there. Angle TRS minus angle RQT. Fine. Now I should see that QTR I have got, QPR I have got. Now if I go to find half of angle QPR, this angle QPR is over here. Okay, you can do anything, you can go to find half of angle QPR. Otherwise think that this 2 is come over here, this 2 is come over here, so you will get 2 angle QTR. So I will multiply here also throughout by 2. Therefore 2 angle QTR is equal to, I will multiply this by 2, I will multiply this also by 2. Angle 2 angle TRS minus 2 angle RQT. Why did I multiply throughout by 2? Because you could have done anything, my dear students, because actually in the question it is half of angle QPR. I could have multiplied here throughout by half, means divided here throughout by 2. But since I have gone forward, there is no problem. I can think that this 2 is shifting over here. It will become 2 angle QTR. So I can multiply throughout by, either you can do 2 angle QTR over here, multiply throughout by 2 over here, or divide throughout by 2 over here, because one of the 2 is happening over there. So here I will tell multiplying throughout by 2. This is your equation 2. Now if you will see 2 angle QTR, so you have got 2 angle QTR. What about 2 angle TRS? See, TRS, the double of 2 angle TRS is basically angle PRS. But 2 angle TRS, double of this TRS is going to be angle PRS. Because RT bisects angle PRS. Therefore, by angle bisector property. This is given. Are you getting this? This is the whole reason for that. है ना? RT bisects angle PRS. Because it is bisecting, so these are 2 equal angles. It is broken into 2 equal angles. Therefore, double of angle TRS will be full angle PRS. Similarly, what about 2 angle RQT? And this will be third. Remember this. What will be double of angle RQT? Double of angle RQT. Where is angle RQT? RQT. See here. When it comes to RQT, QT bisects PQR is equal to angle PQR. Because now QT bisects angle PQR. This is given. Therefore, again by angle bisector property. So from 2, 3, 4, what do I get from 2, 3, 4? See, 2, 3, 4. In 2 it is 2 angle QTR. In place of 2 angle TRS, I will write angle PRS. And in place of 2 angle minus, this is minus, 2 angle QTR, angle minus, in place of 2 angle RQT, I will write angle PQR, right? From 2, 3 and 4, this will be 5. But then see, from 1 what do you get? Angle PRS minus angle RQP. Angle PRS minus angle RQP. But from 1 and 5, this is equal to angle QPR. Angle QPR is equal to 2 angle QTR. Both are same, PRS minus angle RQP, PRS minus angle PQR. Both are same. So therefore, these two are going to be same. And now I just shift 2 over here. Therefore, half of angle QPR is equal to angle QTR. For angle QTR is equal to half angle QPR. That's what they have asked us to prove. Yes. Okay, my dear student, so with this we finish this exercise 6.3, and I hope this chapter also is finished, my dear student. So soon we will be having a test on this. Stay home, stay calm, stay happy, my dear students. Love you all. Take care. Bye.